Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Amber Unfiltered. Today I'm going to talk a little bit about Shay Johnson, the reality star. She's been on Flavor of Love, Love and Hip Hop. Was she on Charm School? I don't even remember. But anyway, before we do that, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, if you want to cash out me at Amber Unfiltered Show, that'd be greatly appreciated. So also from the video I talked about with Flo and Marlon and Trick Daddy and Joy, the same friend, me and her were talking about Shay Johnson. She is a treat to watch on TV, don't get me wrong. And Shay, please don't come for my neck. This is just my honest opinion. I hope you don't light my ass up because I know you be liking to light people up. So this is just coming from a place of love. First of all, I want to give you a big hug. I'll give you two big hugs because you can tell that Shay has really gone through it in her life and she's struggling against her old ways and her new ways. And you can tell she's had a lot of fucked up shit happen to her, especially when it comes to interpersonal relationships. Like, I know the relationship with her mom is really strained, and that's something that has touched my heart and made me cry because I was like, I've definitely gone through this with my birth mom, and it's really difficult being a Black woman having a bad relationship with your Black mother. Like, there's just something about Black moms and Black daughters that is so tense, so strained, and so just violent at times. Shay, I feel like Shay needs to step away from reality TV. I feel like she needs to go to therapy. I feel like she needs to not be with her child's father because I feel like he tends to bring the worst out in her. And maybe they could revisit getting together in the future. I personally wouldn't, but it's possible if they do the work and come back together. I think Shay gives her all to people that don't deserve it. That's something that I really, really believe in. I think a lot of it started with the relationship with her mom. And I know her parents separated and got remarried like years and decades later. But I feel like her mom, again, I'm not trying to bash Shay's mom because she seems like a sweet lady who's trying to make amends. I feel like Shay's mom failed her. I feel like she abandoned her. She neglected her. She was not super loving or super emotionally available. And that's definitely something I feel like I dealt with my birth mom. Hey, Stan. I feel like also Shay is a little girl who just needs help. She needs support. Her inner child is screaming, lashing out. That's why she turns up all the time on, our screens. We think it's funny. We think it's cute, but she hasn't had the best relationships with people. She's a fighter. I feel like she's lashing out because she's not heard. She's not loved on the way she deserves. I feel like, I'm trying to think of like the appropriate way to say this. Because again, I'm not trying to say this in a bashing way. Every time I see her, she's chasing behind someone that doesn't deserve her, that is either caught up in a relationship, keeping her as a secret or a side piece, or not reciprocating. And she deserves better. She deserves love. She deserves unconditional love at that. She doesn't deserve men who cheat on her, who drag her through the mud, who embarrass her publicly online. Like, she does not deserve that. I see her break down so much, and it reminds me of me when I was younger. I am not all the way healed, and I'm still working on it, but when your parents definitely set the tone for any relationships that you have. I definitely feel like that. Her mom, I can see, is trying to reconcile the relationship with her through the grandbaby, but I think there still needs to be work between Shay and her mom. I feel like her mom can be so cold and she can be so cut off. And I'm curious to see if she was like that with her brothers, because Shay has two brothers, MJ, and I forget the other, he's a doctor, but they all look identical, like twins. But also, I think Shay had mentioned that her dad was in and out. I think he was in the military, was gone a lot, might have had another family, remarried, or was sneaking around with another woman. I can't remember exactly everything. But every time I've seen Shay, it's like she's pining for the love that she wished she had growing up. And I think it definitely started with her parents, but more so her mom. And when I see her turn up like that, I'm like, sis, don't do this job no more. There's another way you can make money. I think when she's hurt and she feels played with, she immediately goes to nuclear. She's like, I'm about to rip your head off. That's a defense mechanism. She needs to go to therapy for that, so she can be better for herself, her daughter, and anybody in her circle. Again, not trying to say this to bash her. I just think there's a really sweet person underneath, but unfortunately, because people play with her and try her, you only see the angry representative. And I think her anger is justified. I don't like really calling Black women angry, but I think her anger is justified. Because of the previous reasons I just mentioned. But I think her being on reality TV is just pressing on her triggers over and over and over again. And I noticed that her and Amada have a very weird dynamic. And I wonder if that's something that has been created with her relationship with her mom. Her and Amara will be good, and then they're lashing out. They're at each other's throat. And I see that with her and her mom too. I think her relationships with women started with her mom, and it's just reflected because Shay's friendships are so rocky. They're so up, down, up, down. And I think she needs a better support system. Not bashing who's in her support system now. I just think she needs a stronger support system. I think she needs more help with processing her emotions. I think she needs more help not going from 0 to 100 immediately. And I can't say shit because I'm definitely a person who does that. And I am like, bitch, you need to do better. Like, I've been catching myself more recently. My therapist has really worked with me on figuring out, okay, what's behind that emotion? Like, why are you really upset? Think about the emotion that it really is. It might not be anger, it might not be rage, it might not be jealousy or fear. It's usually like fear-based is a lot of the times why I react the way that I do. And stress. Those are usually the two. I know stress isn't technically an emotion. It's, it's something you kind of like. I feel like stress is like, it's like drowning. Like, you get so, like, it feels like water, like, in your lungs. I don't know how to explain it. Is stress an emotion? I don't freaking know. I might have missaid that. But yeah, stress, I guess, is something that you feel. But Shay, I'd be so worried about sis, because I'm like, I see you. I see what you're trying, who you're trying to become, and I see you being torn between your old self who turns up and it just goes nuclear and goes crazy on everybody, and then I see her wanting to be softer. I see her wanting to be loved. I think it's just a wounded, scared little girl inside of her who has just not been nurtured, who has not been poured into. I feel like if she was, it would be so different for her. And I feel like she's doing the best she can with what she has, but she needs more. She needs a better man. She needs a better relationship with her mom. I think her mom is very judgmental, and I think she's super hard on her. And it's like, okay, look, your daughter is making some decisions that you don't necessarily agree with, but do you want to lose her again, or do you want to be there for her? Do you want to be there for your granddaughter and any future grandchildren you have? Even if you don't agree with something, even if my daughter did something I didn't agree with, I would still support her. I would probably pull her to the side and be like, look, I don't like this, but you're a grown, you made the choice. I'm just going to have to support it. And that's tough to do as a parent. I can imagine. I feel like Shay's mom also turns up on her too. So then it's just like this tit for tat. I feel like she still hasn't forgiven her mom. And I feel like on some level, maybe potentially her mom hasn't forgiven her. I feel like there's so many wounds there. And I thought by Shay having her daughter that it would have helped not heal all of them, but maybe lessen, like the pain, the trauma. Shay is still carrying that. And I'm sure the check or the money is good being on reality TV. But all I see is just a woman who needs to take a step back. I actually think I think the thing with her is she loves so hard. But again, when people play with her or disrespect her, it's over. And I can definitely relate to that because I'm like that too. Like, I'll lash out or I'll dissociate or I'll cut you off quick. Like, and it's so bad because it's like, I need to not be like that, or I'll just become guarded. Like, then I stop trusting people. Then I think people are maybe not out to get me, but I feel like paranoid of their actions or their behavior or my place in their life or their place in my life. And I feel like a lot of Black women who have had estranged relationships with their moms, there's something different with us. We carry it. We don't let it go. And it makes us so tough. We're like a rose with thorns with like fucking barbed wire around it. Barbed wire, I should say. And it's so hard to let people in because the person that was supposed to protect you the most, love you the most, support you the most, unconditionally love you and pour into you did not. And it just makes you so guarded. You always have your head on a swivel. You always feel like someone's out to get you. You always feel unsafe. You always feel like, okay, well, I'm about to rip your ass a new one. Like, I see so much of myself in Shay. I think for Shay, there's still a chance. And even if she did reality TV, maybe something that's not Love and Hip Hop, maybe her own show. I would totally watch that. I think she's really enjoyable. She's fucking hilarious with her one-liners. She'll snatch a bitch's wig off. She'll throw a drink. She'll throw hands. But then I see there's moments where she can be soft, where she can have a sisterhood, where she can have her soft girl moments or her soft girl era. And I want her to lean more into that. I want her relationship with her mom to get better. I want her and Fabo, whatever that looks like for her. Fabo is her child's father / boyfriend. I want them to not attack each other so much and not go on the defense. I think a huge thing Shay does, she goes on the defense a lot. because again, she was not protected when she was younger, so this causes her to lash out. Again, I'm not a therapist, I'm not a psychologist, I'm not licensed in any way. I'm just telling you what I see, and the reason why I'm able to see this is because I live it, and she is me, I am her. I love Shay. I think she's golden for TV. Like, I think she's TV gold. Like, she's funny as shit to me. Like, she's real. She's a straight shooter. Like, she does not have any problem telling you how she feels. She walk up right to you and put her finger in your like forehead or your chest. But I want her to not carry that stress. I want her to not carry that fear. I want her to not carry that anger anymore, because it doesn't serve her at any point in her life currently. Sorry, there's a freaking helicopter outside. I don't know what it is. Like, the last couple of days, there's been helicopters. I'm like, bro, is there a manhunt? Is there like, what's that show, America's Most Wanted? I'm like, baby, as long as it's not over here, like, make it a couple doors down. But I see you, Shay. I believe you, Shay. I hope that you get the healing that you deserve and the love that you deserve, because you do deserve it. I just see someone, I don't know. She just, I feel for her. I kind of feel like she's in the same boat as like Black China. She's kind of a little misunderstood. And again, that relationship with their mom set the tone. Like, if I could, I would give both of them hugs. I would tell you, I love you, sis. I see you, sis. You're valid and you are worthy. But anyway, that's the end of this video. Let me know what you think. Love you guys and take care. Bye.